Hello, hello, and welcome to another episode of the Sisyphus Experience. Today we'll be going over a terrible, terrible PC build video. And to assist me with that, I have someone very, very special who needs to build a PC but has yet to do so. And
No offense, but it sounds like some fucking commie gobbledygook.
hello, Austin.
Hey, what's up, Cyrac?
Hey, buddy. How are
Hey,
you?
um, filled with thoughts.
Build with
And
thoughts
filled with thoughts and ideas. That's
about.
how I am. Well, I was thinking, like, why don't you have an intro? Like,
Uh,
I have an
my
intro
intro.
video, little clip.
My intro is the long song that's played at the beginning of every episode.
Okay, all right. So you're unique, and you get a different intro anytime you want. But as a guest, I'm permanently
Relegated.
stuck
You're
with.
relegated to the clip that I have for you. Yes.
Okay, yeah. All right, that's fair enough. That's a good answer. The other thing is, I was filled with thoughts and ideas about the fact that this is a PC build, so I'm
Yep.
really thinking this is going to be insightful because, like you said, I have a PC I need to build, and so this might. I mean, is it out of date or
Oh,
is
this
it
is
with
never out of
current?
date.
Oh, okay. All right, good. Yeah, so this could help me a lot because I'm really ignorant when it comes to technology.
Yeah, and so are these people. Just
Oh,
putting that
perfect.
out there. Because
So I'll
for
relate and
anybody
understand what they're talking about.
for anybody that knows the Verge's video on how they built a PC, it is horrendous, the different ways that they screwed up and the types of
Oh
technology that they
man.
used.
I'm now that you've said all that, I think I've heard of this video. I've never seen it. I really don't think I've ever seen it, but I think I've heard of the infamy of this video. Because I feel like we're gonna have some crazy price points, and yeah, I don't know. I'm unfamiliar with this video, but after that little introduction for what the video is, I think I've heard of it before. Um, it might have been from Rags. Rags might have covered this video early on in his career, because he started out with just doing critiques of tech reviews and suggestions and stuff. That's how Rags started out.
Yeah. And with this, it's going to be a lot of do's and don'ts of how to build a PC.
Well, I could use that kind of information. So this is a perfect video for me.
Yeah.
As
Yes.
you're telling me that as a unaware, unassuming buyer who's looking to build a PC, this is if I went on YouTube and looked up like how to build a PC or a PC build tutorial, like this is the kind of video I could come across.
Yes.
Oh, perfect. Yes, thank you so much for bringing this to my attention. I needed something like this. I'm really looking forward to it then, so I can actually learn what I'm doing.
What was that?
Huh?
Your mic like spiked horribly.
Oh, I have no idea. Should I unplug it and plug it back in?
Possibly.
Let me
That
know if it happens again. If it happens again, I'll do it.
I will. And I may have somebody, but I may not, who also is very tech savvy.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. Wait. That's also. Are you tech savvy? Because I'm not.
Yes, I am
Oh,
very
okay.
tech savvy.
All right. Because you said that is also, and I was like, well, you're not talking about me, so gotta be you. But just wanted to check because maybe you didn't catch it. I have no idea. That's
Yeah.
why, like, right now I have a computer, but it's sitting inside of a cardboard box, so it's not very effective.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and bring it up here on the screen. I wish I could show you the thumbnail, because the thumbnail itself is fantastic.
I think if you there's totally a way. There's totally a way to pop the thumbnail up. You have to like refresh the page, but stop loading it. And I think if you do that, it'll just pull up the thumbnail. I might be wrong though. Oh,
Nope.
here we go.
All right, so let's go ahead.
You didn't
and
do
get
it fast
into
enough. Come on. You don't
My
even know how to
computer
play the
loads
YouTube.
quickly, okay?
You don't even know how to play the YouTube mini games, do you?
I used to, not anymore.
Yeah, there's
I know I had to turn off the internet,
exactly.
but I think they removed them in an update.
Oh, well, that's dumb of them.
Yeah,
Because yeah,
but,
if you had slow enough bandwidth and a video is taking too long to load, it would pop up a mini game for you to play. And nowadays you have to like force that state in order to play it. But yeah, I'd believe them if they took it out. But then there was also there's a dinosaur that runs across the loading bar if your internet's really slow.
Yep. So
That one's fun.
before we start, I just wanna give something. The motherboard that he's got right there, which you can see right here on the side of the screen, is the ROG Strix Z370G gaming motherboard.
You've lost me.
Here, I will give you some techno gobbledygook.
I'm not going to understand any of that. Why did you think this would be a good video for me if you're going to
because
start...
I will explain what they mean as I go along.
This is the worst episode.
No. This is a teaching Austin episode of how to and how not to build a PC.
This is exactly. So it's now the worst episode. Nobody's going to want to watch this. This is terrible.
So it has DDR4 support at 4,000 megahertz per second. DDR4 is what your...
I know DDR. I've played Dance Dance Revolution. Okay, I'm not that stupid. All right.
That's not what it means.
You don't remember DDR with the pad?
I know.
I had it on console. You have to like roll the pad out, and it's got 4 arrows, and then like in the top right corner is like start, and the top left's like select, and then there's like the A B button is like the bottom right, and the bottom left I think is B, and then when you select your song, it has like a music video or something, and then there's like arrows that move across the screen. Yeah, I know what DDR is. Which version of DDR are you talking about?
This is double data rate, 4th generation.
That's not what DDR stands for. It's Dance Dance Revolution.
This is computers that we're talking about, not Dance Dance Revolution.
I'm also talking about computers. You play DDR using a computer.
Oh my god. Yes, you do. But
thank you.
This is talking about your RAM. Random access memory.
Oh, okay. I was like, I don't have a RAM. I don't even have a goat.
So he has a good motherboard. He does. But we'll see how he installs it and installs the components that go on the motherboard later. Motherboard,
that's a Metroid reference, right?
That would be Mother Brain. This is going to be a great video.
Maybe for you.
Oh, well, I can tell you how he's screwing up if this dog would, not want to have as much attention as he does, and he's trying to tell me, hey, it's bedtime.
Oh, yeah, a dog. In that like digital online Gyroscope. Yeah, I know that of PCs. Yeah, the dog. You got to have a good dog, otherwise you can't do online gaming.
No.
Oh wait, no, it's like direct,
parents-
right? It's direct online gaming. Is that it, dog?
Yes, direct online
Yeah,
gaming.
direct
Perfect.
online game. Yeah.
Perfect.
You got to have a really good one of those. You need like the GSX 11.2.
Yes. So let's go ahead and watch how he explains things.
So a few years ago, TC, or managing editor, built a gaming desktop, but it's kind of out of date, and it's definitely not going to hold up for Battlefield 5. So let's build a new one.
Aren't they on
You
like
can build a
Battlefield
gaming
8?
desktop.
Huh?
Aren't they on Battlefield 8?
They're on Battlefield 2042, I think.
Yeah. But what isn't that like 8?
I've lost count. I know there's Battlefield 1, which is World War 1. There's
Yeah, but
Battlefield
that's
5, which is a direct continuation leading into.
right. But Battlefield 1 is Battlefield 5. Battlefield 5 is Battlefield 6. There's also Hardline, which would be like 3.5. So 4. So 4 is 5. Because there was they started off with Battlefield 1942, and then there's Battlefield 1, Battlefield 1942, Battlefield 2044, so that's 3. Then there was Battlefield 2, no, Battlefield Vietnam, so that'd be the 3rd game, and then there was it wasn't called Vietnam, it was actually called like 17, it was the year of the war, 1970 was like the name of it, something like that. But then there was also the Battlefield that was about Midway, and that was like 1947, no 1945, I think was what that one was called.
Yep.
So that's 4 games. Then Battlefield 2, so 5 games. Then Battlefield 3, so 6 games. Then Hardline, so 7 games. Then 4, so 8 games. Took them 8 games just to get to 4, if memory serves me right. And then there was Battlefield 1, which is really the 10th game. And then there's Battlefield 5, which is the 11th game. And then what are they on now? Battlefield 6, so the 12th game? They're on like 12 games. They're 12 games in. And he's talking about Battlefield 8? Battlefield 5? Battlefield 5, so like the 12th game? He's talking about like the 12th game?
11th game, because you said Battlefield 5 was the 11th game. Also,
Okay,
we have another guest in the back room.
Oh, you didn't actually look it up to double check me, so you're just going to take me at my word?
I'm going to look it up in just a second. Let me bring in the
Because there's
guest.
definitely more.
Okay, I've heard about how horrible this build is.
Wolf, how many Battlefields are there currently?
I can't tell because I literally just came into this.
So, Austin here was listing off all the Battlefields because this build is supposed to be for Battlefield 5. And I am currently looking up how many Battlefields are there.
How would this video help you know how many Battlefields there are? That doesn't make sense.
No, you brought up how many Battlefields there are.
Well, he said Battlefield 5, and I want to make sure I understood which one he meant. Because, are we talking about, like, 2007? Are we talking 2002? Like, what year are we talking about? We're talking about the 5th Battlefield. Does Bad Company count? Because there's 2 bad companies.
No, I think it's talking about Battlefield 5 with a V.
Oh, okay, Battlefield V. I forgot about that one. Yeah, I forgot about that one, yeah.
I mean, everybody forgot that Battlefield 5 existed.
Was that the one with the trailer where it was like robot ladies in World War II?
Yeah. British prosthetic soldiers running around with katanas on their back.
Wait, okay, all right, yeah, no, I remember that one. That was like that was a couple years ago, right?
Yeah, like 3 years ago.
Okay. Okay.
Came out 2018,
9,
and
10,
it was
11, 12.
Was I close?
13.
Oh no, I'm not close.
yeah. There's a lot of Battlefields.
I thought there
14,
was.
15,
Oh no.
16,
I knew there was
and 2042 is going to be the 17th game.
17. Okay, yeah, no, I was off.
Also,
I thought there was
a
12.
2142,
Oh yeah, that
which
came
was
out
the
like
first Battlefield, or not the first, but
That was in the
it
first
was-
3. That was
it was-
before
it-
Battlefield 2.
no, there
Really?
was 1942.
Yep.
There was Battlefield 1942, The Road to Rome.
Oh, okay, yeah, I didn't know about that one.
There
Okay.
was Battlefield Vietnam, Battlefield
Yep.
2.
Okay.
Then there was the canceled Modern Combat, which was an
That-
expansion.
Well,
or
if it's
PC
canceled, it
port.
doesn't count.
Yeah.
So there's not 17. There's 16.
Yeah. No. I counted only the released games.
Oh, okay.
you know I've actually like Battlefield 2142. I've actually heard a lot about that game. I haven't
It's
watched
a
it.
good game.
Apparently, it's really good. Yeah, I've never played it, but apparently, it was actually really good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's on.
And then
it's on
EA decided
Windows.
to try it. And then when EA decided to serve the fans wanted to bring it back, and then EA tried to kill them.
Yeah. But so what if,
That
what
sounds
if you
right.
heard about this video, Wolf?
Okay, I've heard that it was just a shitty video. I never knew how
Yeah.
bad it was.
Oh, you're gonna see just how bad it is. Also, there's a sponsorship of Capital One in here.
Oh, great! I
Yeah.
love credit
Oh.
cards.
Wait, Capital One? That's strange. I was expecting NordVPN, ExpressVPN,
That's too old.
VPN, Raid Shadow Legends.
It's too old for all those.
No, this video was released like a year ago.
Oh, but it's getting ready for
Or
Battlefield
no,
5.
when did Battlefield 5 release?
We
Battlefield 5
established.
released-
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, we established.
So 3 years ago.
Yeah, see, so it's too new. It's too new for that. I was expecting BetterHelp.com.
I mean, I don't know. Even back in 2018, there was like dozens of NordVPN ads.
There really were.
Oh, well, I'm privileged. I don't watch ads.
Yeah, I don't either.
Okay, okay. The initial release date was. Oh, sorry, no. It was released in November 20th, 2018. Battlefield.
Yep.
Yeah, you called it. Yeah, 2018.
Yeah, I know because I remember that was a very controversial year for some game reviewers.
Yeah. I mean, every year is the controversial.
Yeah.
I mean, as
Year
of recent,
for
it just
game
seems
journalists.
as of recent, it seems like game reviewers, like video game reviewers, don't mean like people like Polygon, IGN. I mean like people like Angry Joe and Skill Up are becoming more and more united in terms of views on games.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, it's because it's seeming like it's starting to become a trend that they're starting to seem more on the same page.
Yeah, it's almost like it's the second generation of games journalism, and they're just turning into what the first generation was like. You know, because like at first, right? Polygon, G4, and all those other ones, they were actually unique.
They actually were
PC Gamer, PC Gamer, and all those were actually informative. And then all of a sudden they became homogenous. And then that's when people like Angry Joe and the others showed up to be like, hey, we're going to break through and actually give you real opinions on this. And now they've been around long enough that they're essentially becoming that same establishment media for the new generation.
So y'all want to hear my requirement for game journalists to be actual game journalists?
What?
No.
Well, I'm going to tell you anyways.
You actually said you had a choice in the matter, Austin.
Yeah. You have to have completed Battletoads, Contra, and the original TMNT on the SNES.
Okay, that's hell. Okay, first off, I play. Okay, Sarek, do you know what
I have
the hell
no
you're asking
opinion.
for?
Huh?
Okay, Sarek, let me explain to you something. I have the rare replay, and I tried to play the original Battletoads. That's hell.
I know.
Well, you're asking for hell.
I know.
Look, man, I never even played the original Battletoads, but I played Battletoads Double Dragon, where it's a
I have
crossover
that
where you
game.
Yeah, you can pick either set of characters. Did it co-op? We made it to World 3 and game overed. And then tried it again and got back and game over it again. And it was like, well, this is ridiculous. And I know the original Battletoads is harder.
Let me explain to you something the exact level BS3. You want to know what actually got me stuck on the entire game? It was a level where you had to prevent a minion from dropping a bomb. But what the game failed to tell you is that it progressively got faster and faster. Even more faster. Until the time you got to the third bomb, it was practically impossible. You had to rely upon chance that you have to know where to fall. Or you'll get there first.
Of course. Battletoads.
Once he touches that spot, you're gone. It's instant dead.
I'm surprised you left Ninja Gaiden off, like the original Nintendo Ninja Gaiden. That's not on your list. You're wanting game journalists to have done nearly impossible tasks, and you're like, oh, but not Ninja Gaiden.
Listen, Ninja Gaiden is at least masochism fun.
Yes.
It's asking you to be a masochist.
Yeah, it's basically the original Dark Souls.
I'm telling the game journalists to go through hell to actually understand how to build a game and how games work and how to play games.
Yeah, because here's the thing. Battletoads is hell. Ninja Gaiden is masochist. It's like, in fact,
thing is, Ninja Gaiden is at least beatable.
Dude, no, all of them are beatable. Contra's not that hard. What are you talking about?
Have you tried playing Battletoads? It's not.
No, Battletoads not easy, but it's beatable.
It is far from beatable. It's like playing through hell.
Yeah, absolutely. But it's beatable.
It's like God woke up and decided to say, "Screw you!" It gave the developers instructions to make the hardest game possible. Battletoads Arcade, the re-release of the original Battletoads game, is easier than it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I for sure. I definitely agree with that. I'm just saying it is technically beatable.
Yeah,
because there are games that are not beatable. They actually are literally not beatable.
Yeah, in the case of Battletoads, 99.99% gamers won't beat it.
Oh no, absolutely not. I fall into that category that would never be able to beat it. Cyrek, my stipulations are a lot simpler when it comes to game journalists, and it's you have to get through the tutorial of Cuphead.
Okay, listen. This is all I ask a game journalist: have more than one brain cell that you share collectively.
Between the whole publisher, it's like as long as you can have 100 people, as long as you have one brain cell, fine.
No, I'm asking for more than one brain cell than just the one that you have because all of you share it.
Yep.
So let's talk specifically. Are we talking 1.0000000001? Will that be acceptable?
Let me explain. I'm asking for one whole brain cell and not tiny bits of brain cells that they then put together to form one brain cell.
Okay. I get it now. Yeah. So it's impossible.
Yes.
So,
yes. AKA, don't become a games journalist.
It's not going to happen.
So I'm looking further into the video and what was surrounding this particular video that we're covering. You can see that it's a re-upload because they deleted it from their channel, and then they made a response video to all the negative criticism that they got.
Of course.
And it's even worse than this one, so that's something that we can cover later.
I mean, I'm just here to see this one, and then I gotta head off because I have a game to run tomorrow.
Yeah, we're not gonna get through both. Absolutely, I don't even know if I'll be able to get through this one.
It would be later, but let's go ahead and because
torture me.
5, we've been talking about that for a while, so let's go.
We're not even a minute into this video,
but I want to go all out, so I spent around 2,000. PC like this is going to be able to play most games at ultra settings. So
I'm not going all out. Here's $2,000. What?
Hold on, pause. I'm pretty sure I've heard of PC builds that were cheaper than $2,000.
That's what I'm saying.
$1,200.
And listen, I've heard people that say that I managed to create a PC that ran as well as an Xbox One did on even about half the price of an Xbox One.
Oh man, yeah, no, exactly. Like to be like, oh, I didn't go all out. I spent $2,000. Is like, what are you talking about? Everything I've looked up, and I'm completely ignorant when it comes to all of this, is that you can get a PC that will run just about anything for $400 to $600.
So it's like, what did you get? Did you get like what did you buy?
He got.
What did you
he
buy
didn't-
that man?
he didn't go all out.
It's like
So-
what did you buy?
Hold on,
That cost you $2,000.
He got a ROG Strix, which runs. Let's see. Oh, this is unavailable currently.
Like, okay, yeah, I've heard about. Okay, here's the thing I've heard. You don't need to have the high-end cutting hardware to run better than most consoles.
No, you don't.
No, you don't.
Like
So
just,
the motherboard.
just remember, people have been able to play Doom on a calculator.
Right.
And a pregnancy
right.
test. Don't forget about that. Somebody did.
Wait,
a pregnancy
what?
test of running Doom.
Of course.
The motherboard itself runs $269.
Okay.
So I can price check everything that he's got, but this is also 2018, so the prices may have dropped.
The prices would probably actually inflation. That's tough. Because yeah, they would be cheaper now, but at the same time, with inflation, they're actually probably more than they were.
Probably.
The
Or
thing is, like, even at
approx-
the time, $2,000 seems a bit. Okay, but here's the thing: $2,000 seems a bit ridiculous. Back in
For
2018,
cheap,
yeah,
for
like,
cheap PC build.
that's not cheap. That's actually pretty dang expensive. Like
Yeah.
honestly, at that point, you might as well just buy a console.
Dude,
So,
I've only spent $50 on my PC.
yeah. With mine, I spent $1,200, but I got high end stuff. That
So even
would
on the
last
high
me
end,
to-
that's like that's not asking a whole lot. So how do you say, oh, this is cheap? So I spent $2,000 on it. It's like, I think you have too much money to spend, and I think you disvalue what cheap means.
Yeah,
or
you
they
might
don't
be
know
right.
What they bought, or they
That's
just were like,
another
"Oh,
take, yeah.
this is a reasonable price. Let me go
Or
ahead and buy that."
Yeah, someone wrote a script out, and this dude's reading it. It could really
Yeah.
be that simple as well.
Yeah, oh hey, this coffee is $10. Okay, here's $100. You freaking cheaps! You're pulling me out my money.
I mean, that's a
Yeah.
good point. People that go to Starbucks for coffee and are like, "Oh yeah, I mean, I get a Starbucks coffee every day." It's like, well, you don't know what cheap is, do you?
Yeah, it's like actually, it's like honestly, they don't understand the value of $1.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
that's a good point.
He probably spent way more money than he actually needed to.
Yeah, so I just
I'm
want
pretty
to
sure-
state it before we
listen,
hit.
Listen, it doesn't cost that much to buy a pre-made PSD PC, and it's even cheaper to build one yourself.
Yes.
Right, that isn't it the benefit of building it yourself? Is it's actually cheaper?
Yes. So how the
Yeah.
heck did you manage to make a piece? How the heck did you get the parts for a PC that cost more than a pre-made pre-built PC? How?
But it's
How did you-
cheap.
How were you able to do that?
This is a low end PC for $2,000.
Yep. But it will run every game on ultra settings.
But can it run Crisis?
So it's not
That-
low end.
That's the benchmark. Can it run Crisis? I
Yes,
highly
but
doubt
can
it.
But can it run Crisis Remastered on Can It Run Crisis settings?
Ooh, I don't know. I know my PC cannot run Crisis, and mine is high end.
Remember the phrase thing? Remember, that was the benchmark. Like, PCs were struggling to run Crisis. It's only now were they able to run it. And then like, oh hey, here's a remaster of Crisis, and we've added a new mode called Can It Run Crisis mode, where it turns everything up to maximum.
Yep.
It's
so,
like,
let's see what parts he's got, because I think he's about to go into that, and I can tell you if they're good or not. And Wolf can probably tell you, yeah, no, they're probably shit.
if he spent more than $200 on something, then you know he got a crappy earned.
Yeah.
desktop? Well, of course, first you need a table. Preferably not metal. If it's
Wait.
going to be metal, have an anti-static working surface.
I'm
layered
confused.
on top.
Is that part of the price? He said to spend $2,000, and the first part of a PC is you need a table.
No,
Preferably
no.
wouldn't. Does that go into the price of the PC? Is that he's like, I also had to buy this table?
No.
Listen, I'm pretty sure you could just put your PC on the carpet and it'll be fine.
Because I
Yeah.
mean, you could easily spend $400 on a good table. Easy.
Also, you can easily get an anti-static mat, which I have a few of, but I don't.
I would
ever
assume
use.
for a lot cheaper than $400 for a pure wooden table
Yeah.
that stands as tall as. Is he standing or sitting? I can't tell. He might be
It's
sitting.
a standing desk. It's a standing desk.
Oh my god, that is so gay.
What?
Here's my standing desk.
But like, I'm just saying, I got confused there. As the guy who's the like, hey, I'm gonna watch this video to learn how to make a PC, and he's like, I spent $2,000 on this PC. The first thing you need is a desk. I'm like, okay, let's put that in the budget. All right, so we have 1,600 on parts.
Like I said, I built mine for 1,200.
Yeah, and I'm saying a
those were on
good
sale.
table is about a really solid table is going to run you about $200 to $400. A solid table.
A good table, yep. So he's explaining the table. Anti-static mat if you're using a metal table.
A bit, a thermal paste applicator, an Allen wrench, some tweezers to tighten up the wires.
Is this all in
a
the
Swiss Army
budget?
Knife, which hopefully has.
Wait, he said
This is all in the budget, right?
he said tweezers. Those are not tweezers. Those are zip
Where's
ties.
the? No. He said tweezers, Allen wrench, zip ties, but like and then something else, which there's no tweezers on the table, but there is the something else, and the
Also
Allen
this?
wrench, and yeah, that was the first thing. If you back it up, you'll hear it. But so my question is all this also in the budget of the $2,000 spent, right? Because that
Probably.
like as a new consumer, I'm like, okay, well, I've got to buy a wooden table. I've got to buy Allen wrench set. I've got to buy zip ties. You're really reducing the cost that I can spend on this PC if I'm going to set $2,000 aside for it. You know, because now you're telling me there's all these extra peripherals I have to buy just to get started, including a table and zip ties.
Like, listen, if I gotta be completely honest with you, I have a couple Allen wrenches that I kept from the furniture that I had to put together.
Are they that small? Look how small that Allen wrench is.
Yes, yeah, Allen wrenches are actually that small.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, like, did your furniture come with that small of an Allen wrench?
Yes, they had that small of an Allen wrench because Allen wrenches are meant for
Oh,
that kind of thing.
All right, because I actually have like 3 sets of Allen wrench keys that come in every size of Allen wrench.
And different metric and standard.
Yeah, exactly.
But the thermal
What
paste
is the
applicator-
little? Oh, is that thermal paste applicator? I thought that was a scoop that you get for ice cream at Baskin Robbins.
No. Thermal paste applicator you do not need for a PC build. You're going to put thermal paste on your fucking CPU, but you want to do it in an X and be very liberal with it because you need to have a good thermal paste contact with your CPU and then your fan going on top of it. You don't want to smooth out the thermal paste as you go along because it's going to have an uneven setting whenever you actually put your fan on the CPU.
And I'm assuming being very liberal with it means like let the paste do as it wishes. So if it
Pretty
wants
much.
to be spread on it, then it's spread on it. And if it doesn't, it doesn't, and that's that. And then you just move on.
No, you want a good coating of thermal paste.
Yeah, but you said liberal, so I'm assuming that means like just let it do what it wants. Libertarian pay, like give it a good libertarian.
No.
Liberal.
Oh, so just ruin everything. Okay, got it.
Okay, no,
No.
classical liberal.
Oh, okay, so generous.
Yeah, generous. Be generous with. your
Okay,
thermal paste.
all right, got it. I don't know any of this tech lingo.
It's not even tech lingo.
That's regular
Just
lingo.
English.
When people say be liberal with it, they mean be conservative with it.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's how I use my Waffle House sauce.
Yeah.
Whenever I'm applying it to my sandwich, you be pretty conservative. You don't want to use too much.
All right. So
What?
So we've got the thermal paste
We're
applicator.
not
that we
even a
don't
minute in, and we're already
need. Shitting all over this.
Yeah, welcome to me being on a stream.
okay. Let's continue. Let's see what more stupidity he has for
Screwdriver
us.
in it. And
Wait.
Is that a Swiss Army knife?
What?
He said, and a screwdriver. That
Okay,
is
hold
a
on.
screwdriver, buddy.
Okay, hold on, right there. Okay. You're asking for a lot of tools.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And you put down a Swiss Army knife.
And then what's he holding?
He's not holding anything yet.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he's holding.
No, he's grabbing something. He's grabbing
Oh, okay.
something right now.
I thought he was holding two things between his pinky and ring finger.
Okay, let's see. Let us see.
Hold on. Teaching lesson. Don't use a fucking Swiss Army knife, please. Swiss Army knives are not good for building a PC. Use actual screwdrivers.
Yeah, I would expect that it would be better to use.
I was totally gonna use a Swiss Army knife eventually. Don't you know how? Hold on, Sarek, don't you know how really good the Swiss Army knives are used? The Swiss Army knives are some of the greatest things ever. They are completely and utterly unreliable. Listen, there's over 2,000 tools in one Swiss Army knife. I can just get a Swiss Army knife and build everything.
I was thinking that I was going to be able to save money by just using the Swiss Army knife because my Swiss Army knife comes with an Allen wrench and zip ties.
Oh my God, you're right.
I don't think you understand how much stuff a Swiss Army knife comes in.
I know what comes in a Swiss Army knife. It's not a good thing to use on a PC build.
I would agree with you, and I'm ignorant, but I would assume a Swiss Army knife would be only if, am I opening packaging tape? Then sure, pull out the Swiss Army knife, pop out that blade, open up the packaging.
He's got good thermal paste, though. I don't know what the fuck that is. That red ring?
Oh, that's a pipe clamp. Those are important. Because, the internet is a series of tubes. So if you want it to be faster, you know how, if you put your thumb on the end of a water hose, it, makes the pressure bigger? You want to use that pipe clamp on your Ethernet cable so that the internet gets to you quicker.
Wait, what? Wait, hang on. Now, first off, who puts their thumb down a water hose? I thought you just put your mouth on it and just drink the water.
Well, no, I'm saying, do you know the thing where it's if you have a water hose and it's just spewing water out, but you cover it with your thumb, it all of a sudden makes it pressurized, right? You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the internet is a series of tubes. So you can use that same principle to get faster internet because you just take the Ethernet cable and you use a pipe clamp to tighten it down so that it has a more pressure. And then the internet gets to you quicker.
I can't tell if you're serious or joking.
What?
That's the whole thing with Austin. You can never tell.
Yeah, I honestly, I would say it's a joke, but at the same time, I wouldn't be surprised if somehow, by some orc logic, it works.
Red goes fast.
Hey, you actually get a 40K reference. Last night you were having a hard time with it with Matthias.
Just because I didn't know what he was referencing.
Yeah, but I swear, Austin, I want you to actually believe that this can work, and I want you to do it. I want you to tell us if this turns out to be true, this saves people a lot of internet.
All right, I mean, I'll give it a good old try, a good old Southeastern American try.
Yep.
Hey, at least you're West Coast.
I'll probably have to use duct tape because I don't have any pipe wrenches or pipe clamps around.
Go out and get some.
That costs money, and look how much money I have. dude, I have to spend $2,000 to build a PC. I've got to buy a table, a freaking Allen wrench set, zip ties, a spoon from Baskin Robbins, a Swiss Army knife, paste, I guess hot glue. I have to buy hot glue. There's a lot that's going into this, all right?
Listen, man. You could probably listen, man. Just I don't know, find some go to Hawaii. Like okay, listen, just what you need to do is go to Black's and find a white guy beside it. He's selling tools really cheap. All you need to do is just suck his dick.
That's great.
I'm not doing that again. Okay, I got ripped off the first time. I'm not going through that mess again. All right.
Listen,
I've had my fair share of lies and deception. Okay.
I'm not lying. I'm being serious. Just go down to Black's Tools. Find a white guy in the alley.
No, I'm not telling you that you're a liar. I'm saying the guy selling the tools is probably a liar. I'm going to suck his dick and he's going to get in a truck and drive away just like last time. I was just looking for a sandwich. I was at a truck stop. I was looking for a sandwich. Guy in a tractor trailer pulls up, says, "Okay, I'll give you a sandwich." I did my business. A fair, it's a free market trade. And then he betrayed my trust. And so I'm not doing that again.
Well, he did give you a sandwich though, right?
No, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, he did. Technically he did.
He only gave me cream.
But the cream came from the bread.
There's mayonnaise. He gave me a bunch of mayonnaise, but he didn't give me any. Yeah, he didn't give me any bread or. I mean, there was some sausage, but I wouldn't call that a sandwich. Sausage and mayonnaise. That's not a sandwich.
What, was he circumcised?
I plead the fifth.
All right, let's go. We're still not a minute in.
And last but not least, an anti-static bracelet, which is to protect you and the parts. These are the parts you're going to need. But more importantly, before we get there, we need to understand what these parts are doing and how they interact with one another. To better understand the parts that make up a desktop,
aren't those anti-static bracelets a scam?
The processor is like the computer's brain.
Yes. As somebody who worked with them, yes.
I'm pretty sure those are a scam. That's the same thing of being you can buy this bracelet and it'll help control your heart rate to keep you less stressed. People sell crap like that.
Or keep you balanced as well.
Yeah. That's the one I was thinking of. Yes, the balance one. You wear this bracelet to keep your balance. It's you're a freaking liar.
Take these pills and it'll make your dick grow bigger.
Well, that's true. I can testify to that.
All right, so he's telling us the different components of the PC.
A base of calculations that control everything the computer does. The motherboard is like the foundation, serving as a main structure for all of the parts to be added to. It also allows the other parts to communicate with one another, which also makes it kind of like a nervous system. Graphics cards are responsible for rendering and processing visuals into what you see on screen. So our PC's power supply is, of course, channeling electricity, in that it adjusts and provides the right amount of energy to keep it running.
So
last but not least, RAM, or random access memory, and your hard drive are good examples of short-term and long-term memory, respectively.
Oh, like the brain.
If you want to better understand what kind of computer to build, then first figure out what you want to use it for. A gamer might care more about a graphics card than, say, a video editor who might want extra RAM to assist with editing large files. If you're building a budget build for video streaming, say under $1,000, you want to focus on parts like
Why is there a VHS tape?
Core i3 processor that require less energy. They'll be less powerful, but then you'll be able to scale back the cost of several other parts.
Are you saying that I can just I can skip out on part of my PC because I have a VCR, so I can just take my VCR if I'm wanting to do video streams? Because there's a VHS tape, and he was saying if you want to do streaming, that you need more VHS tapes, and I'm well, I got a VCR, I can just take that and hook.
Did he even sell VHS tapes anymore?
Yes.
Thrift stores. I don't think they're sold at box stores anymore. But if you go to a thrift store, or eBay,
flea markets.
Yeah, flea markets, thrift stores, eBay.
But, or you could head over, you could head over to White's and talk to the guy out front.
That's not going to happen again.
So far,
Yeah, go on.
So far, he's not saying anything wrong except for the first, minute where.
Okay, yeah, that's good because this section I felt like has been the most informative to me about like. Yeah, go on.
Okay, like watch. This is gonna be like a minute by minute thing. 1 minute he's talking truth, the other minute he's talking absolute horror, and next he's gonna talk even more crap, and then he's probably gonna have another minute of truth.
Probably.
I mean, that'd be useful at least.
I want to see what else. I want to see how he builds this PC because that seems to be like where the content is.
Yeah, I'm excited as well because like I actually that first part, all it really told me before we got to this whole like let's explain what these different things are for. So before we got there, all I learned was holy crap, I'm not going to be spending $2,000 on computer parts. I'm going to be spending the majority of my money on peripherals to build the computer, including a table. So my budget for my PC just went down a lot. If I'm using his base 2,000, I'm now at this point I'm probably left with $1,000. I've probably used $1,000 just to buy all the material he said I need to get started.
Listen, you could just go to IKEA and buy the parts for a table.
Well, no, a pure wooden table. He said pure wooden table.
Yes, go to IKEA.
I don't believe IKEA makes pure wooden tables. They're probably like fiber. Yeah, no, to me, a pure wooden table means that someone took a log and shaved it down. I don't want fiber. I don't want a fiber table. IKEA makes cheap garbage, okay? And so does Walmart. The stuff you buy there, no, you have to actually go to a furniture store or to someone who builds and crafts and does woodwork to get a really solid just wooden table. I actually know this guy who does woodcraft for as a hobby, and he has wood from all over the country, and he was showing me the different types of wood and like how cool they are, and like he makes custom guitars and surfboards and stuff, and like I was just walking around his facility. I guess it's his house, but he has like a pretty big garage and does all the woodwork and everything. And if I was going to get a table, I'd get something from him because I know it'd be pure wood. And this dude said pure wood. Okay, so I'm going to be spending at least $400 for pure wood.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
But you know something it's going to be true.
Yeah,
hey, listen. If it was a talking tree, then at least it dialogued.
That's right. Yeah, it has it's a dialogue. Yeah, exactly.
It dialogue.
Yeah, exactly. It's perfect. Yes, that's what I'm looking. Yes, that's exactly what I'm looking for.
Okay, there you go. Now press play.
Yeah. Well, hold on. I do want to say, as a completely ignorant person, this section has been really useful because he broke down what the pieces mean based on like the human body, and so like I actually comprehend that because I'm like extremely ignorant when it comes to tech. So this has actually been a really useful section, and that's all I wanted to say. We can go now.
Choosing the right parts for your build. There's sites like PCPartPicker.com that help show presets for which parts fit together, which sort of part conflicts you might have, and where to find deals on new parts. We have a lot of boxes.
Wait, why does he need a PC? He just used a PC to show a bunch of PC stuff. Why does he need to build a PC?
He used a tablet.
Yeah, that's the same thing. It's a computer.
Yeah, but PCs have better processing power than a tablet. And also, you can do more on a PC.
Why would you need to build a PC if you have a PC?
Because you need a PC to better your PC, you need another PC to make your PC better. Therefore, you need another PC to do your PC while also doing your PC. PC.
What? You totally that actually makes perfect sense. It's like, to put it in layman's terms for anybody who's watching this that's a layman like me, that sounds like you were saying like you go to the DMV to get a license, and so you need to have proof of residence to be able to get a residence. You have to have an ID.
See,
yeah,
I explained it all.
Yeah, that actually makes perfect sense. Okay, gotcha. So we're already here. We're in the middle of the loop.
Yep. So let's.
All right.
is a
Yeah,
lot of pieces
perfect.
parts. So it's best you unbox them, isolate the parts that you really need, place items into the case, and make sure that they all fit, and then start working. And now we're really going to start building by adding the motherboard in. Some notes about installing motherboards: they're really delicate. You should be really careful with them. And screw in with
Yes.
confidence, but also don't screw in too hard, otherwise you could crack the board. I chose Asus's Z370 motherboard for two main reasons. One, it has built-in Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, and also it has support for NVMe
Bluetooth?
SSDs, meaning you can get really fast SSDs that are really easy to install. Pay
Built-in
close attention
Bluetooth would
to
be
the
for
brace that goes-
controllers. That'd
Yeah.
be for using console controllers.
Or you
Or
could just take
hooking up your
USB and hook it up to your freaking computer, because you could do that. And a
Yeah.
USB is
No, you can't. Okay.
Okay, hang on.
Also, this man-
Also, here, let me explain to you. PC.
Yep.
Oh, right. You can just do whatever you want because PCs are that customizable.
There you
Yeah,
go.
you're right. There.
Also,
yeah.
this man was talking about anti-static. Why the fuck does he still have his watch on that's made of metal?
It's a plastic wristband. I think that would cover it, right?
It's on the other. It's on the other arm. Look.
No, I'm saying the wristband for the watch is plastic.
Hang on. Steady, lick.
Ah, got it.
Yeah.
All right. So.
At the back of the computer, you always have to make sure that you really hammer it in, because there's no screw. It really just has to go outside of the case and clasp onto the frame. And this is very important because otherwise you can't align the motherboard correctly with the holes. We're just going to start installing all 8 screws. So next we're going to
I hate
Is he
this.
using? Is he?
He's
Wait, is
using-
he?
Hold
Gone.
on.
I was gonna
He's
say.
using a magnetic freaking Swiss Army knife.
Okay, yeah, I was about to say, isn't that a Swiss Army knife made of metal?
No. It being made of metal, you're
Oh,
going to get a
oh,
screwdriver
it-
that's made of metal.
Wait, was it? It was magnetic to the
magnetic.
screws. It's
Yeah.
where the tip of the screwdriver has a magnet built into it, and he was so strict on like don't have static, don't have these kind of things, and you're like, oh, but magnets near tech is always great.
Yeah, no. That's
Even
not-
I, as a layman, know that's a no.
Yeah, but here, let's do the thought experiment. Take a magnet and put it next to your TV. Wait for about 5 minutes, and then turn it on and see if it works.
Oh, okay. See, yeah, you're talking about new. Back whenever I had CRT TVs and I had magnets, I did the whole thing where it's like you can move the static with the magnet because you're affecting all of the innards. I would imagine with the new ones, you would just break the whole screen.
I'm just asking you to do that thought experiment.
I'm not going to.
I'm not asking you to physically do it. Just think about it.
No, I refuse. I feel like I'm going to break my TV.
No. Just think about it.
I feel like you're trying to get me to break my TV, so I'm not going to think about
No.
it.
Okay, no, okay. All right then. Man, no, sorry, I got the idea. Don't think about breaking your TV.
I'll be right back.
But yeah, no, he's using a magnet on a very delicate piece of equipment, and you don't want to do that. It's probably screwed up at this point.
Yeah, you always ruined it. We're 3 minutes into it. He's ruined it.
install the RAM on the motherboard. I chose Corsair's 16GB Vengeance LED RAM for two main reasons. One, it has LEDs, and we do like lights in our gaming desktops.
But
Secondly, it's pretty fast RAM. It's 2,666 megahertz, I believe.
Okay, hold on. Like, you say one of the main reasons why you should get it is because lights, but why though?
No, I got lights on mine, but that's for aesthetic reason. Because I usually game with my lights off, and I need some kind of light besides natural light. And he has 2,666 what is it?
Gigahertz.
Gigahertz, yeah, gigahertz RAM on a motherboard that can go up to 4,000 gigahertz. Why is he using such what's the word I'm looking for? Weak.
Shitty.
I was gonna be nice, but yeah, shitty RAM. I get that there's 16 gigs, but no, it's megahertz. It's megahertz for RAM. Why is he using shitty RAM on a motherboard that can take higher processing and voltage?
Listen, it could be you could be rough with it, just not too rough.
Mm-hmm. Austin, where are you? He's actually doing it.
I'm busy. I'm busy. I'll be right back.
Hold on. Sir, I think I made something wrong here. Austin, wait, Austin.
Learning experience.
Wait, hang on, Austin.
Oh well.
Oh crap! He's
You did this, Wolf.
I mean, it's not my fault. I just simply don't think about it.
How does he put in the RAM?
I don't know. Let's see.
So it's pretty fast, and this motherboard supports that speed, which is most important. Open the slots first, and just aligning the stick with the middle of the strip, not with the end, and just lining that up with the logo. So once you hear that solid clasp and you don't see the gold connectors on the side anymore, that's when you know the RAM is in. Step 3, we're going to install the hard drive, or in this case, the NVMe SSD. I chose this format of solid-state drive so that I could input it into the motherboard without having to worry about extra wires or putting it in a separate part of the case and just getting really messy. This is from Kingston, and it's 480 gigabytes, so it's not a lot, but you can always upgrade this and swap it out, and it's only held down by one screw and the latch, so it's really simple and really straightforward. Speed for gaming is important when it comes to a hard drive. You want files to write quickly. And
solid state's ruined. Solid state is ruined.
Yep, it's done. Okay.
Oh my god, it's so hard to watch.
You want games to load quickly, so that's why it's best if you use an SSD.
Yes.
Okay, so step 4, we're going to install the graphics card. I chose PNY's GTX 1080, which is overclocked. And so it's a pretty easy installation. You're just going to find the gold connectors, and you're going to line this bracket with the back end bracket of your PC case. Now, which lane you choose depends entirely on what other parts you're going to put in the system. I'm just going to pick the top one because the SSD is at the bottom and I don't want to cover it. I just think it looks nice. Click down. Take your remaining brackets and just put them in the spots that you haven't used. You don't have to screw these in. They get bolted down by the back end bracket. And your GPU is installed. Power supply time. I chose Core.
Okay. Do you see anything wrong with it?
I will not say.
So he didn't ensure that it wasn't still popping up out of the socket, because there's an issue with GPUs that you have to make sure that it is set in properly. Otherwise, you're not going to have any visuals.
I can't see anything. Oh, that's why. I forgot to put this down. Yeah. Okay, now I see something.
Yep.
Wait, why do I see my ass? Oh, that's no, I remember colonoscopy.
Yeah, always ensure that you're looking at your equipment and make sure that it is set properly. Sometimes they do make a very terrifying noise where you think you've broken it.
I have a tech support issue. Maybe one of you can help me with.
Oh,
what
God.
happened?
Like half of my TV, I was trying to pull up my PlayStation, but like a quarter of the screen is basically just like rainbow.
Okay, now what you now need to do is then take your TV and go to a Radio Shack.
Wait,
those aren't around anymore.
Yeah, there's no Radio Shack here or there.
There's none around me though. Yeah, there's cell phone, but like seriously, you don't know anything about how to resolve this. Like, I literally like it's a quarter of my screen, like is just not showing like. I mean, it's technically showing pictures, I guess.
Okay,
If
okay, okay.
you know,
I was just the
it's
next thing you
just
do.
it's not
Okay,
consistent picture for what I'm looking
okay.
at,
Listen, I'll
but
ask you
it's
to.
there.
Okay, listen. I'm not professional, but I think you should call somebody. But whatever you do, don't punch the TV.
Well, yeah. Why would I punch my TV? That's stupid. That's gonna crack the. That's gonna crack the glass.
Yes, but there are some rumors that if you punch your TV, it will fix the picture. Whatever you do, don't believe those rumors.
Okay, yeah, that's reasonable. So you don't know how to. I only have one TV, and so I'm not going to be able to play video games. Is what I'm
Wait,
hearing you tell me.
I can't tell if you're joking or playing with me or you're absolutely serious.
So, do you have a solution to this? All I did was I took a magnet that says, hold on, it was which one is this? It's All American AC and heating, 24-hour emergency. It's a really light magnet, and I was running it across the front of my computer or monitor. Well, I mean TV, basically a monitor, right?
Yeah.
And then, while I was doing that, everything seemed really cool because it made a lot of like awesome colors, and now it's just not displaying my PlayStation's main menu.
Okay, wait, okay, now listen. Okay, this may or may not fix it, but take a smaller magnet and try using that.
I don't have any smaller magnets.
Go out, get a smaller magnet, and see if that can work.
Okay, I get.
Alright,
Okay,
so
yeah, I'll have to try that on like Monday or Tuesday or whatever. I'm not gonna have time to go to the store till then.
Okay,
but okay, so
okay, but,
no video games for a few days for me.
Okay, but also at least tell me you're joking.
I'm not too concerned.
Sorry, because
All right.
If there's a solution, then I'm not too concerned. I will get a smaller magnet, and I'll run it across the dead, weird part of my TV, and everything will be okay. So I'm not stressing out. It's gonna be fine.
In all seriousness, see if that works. If it doesn't, then well, I can't help you there.
Yep.
Okay.
But,
yeah.
back to this
Well,
video.
thanks for the advice. I will always cherish it and remember you for all of your suggestions on helping me with my issues as an ignorant, not knowing how this stuff works. So I really appreciate you, and I think you're one of the greatest people I've ever met.
Okay, now listen, Austin, I need you to do one more thing now. Whatever you do, don't think about trying to look up this guy's address, going over there, and beating the absolute hell out of him.
I don't even know where to start with that because
I mean, it's really, Doc's. You can try. It's all about learning.
Which guy's address are you talking about? Cyrax?
No. This guy on screen.
Huh?
This guy.
The guy in the video.
Oh, I don't care about him in any way whatsoever. Why would I do any of that?
It's not as if he called your mother fat.
She is though, so he's truthful.
And he said,
he sounds like an honest man.
And he says dad is never coming back for that milk.
I don't know what he's talking about. My dad lives like 3 blocks away.
All right. So, video.
Yeah.
Corsair's 850-watt power supply because I need enough headroom for ray tracing GPUs when they come out, and I don't want to have to upgrade it again. So all you have to do is
ray tracing. I know that,
and make sure that
I've heard that before.
With these little insulating pads, so the power supply doesn't short circuit and come into contact with the rest of the system. So just take it in, slide it in nice and easy until you have a snug fit, and then shift it to the back and make sure it's right up against the frame.
Next thing you need to do now is then take a pretzel sharpener and stick your dick in it.
So I'm familiar with ray tracing. Because Ray is that pro gamer that I think he won one of the championships for Overwatch, and then Tracer is the chick with the time loop thing. I'm confused why he wants to future-proof ray tracing though. What does that mean?
So the ray tracing that he's talking about is basically faster processing whenever it comes to visuals on screen.
Well, wouldn't he just talk about processing and graphics cards? What the crap is he talking about pro gamers and Overwatch for?
So ray tracing is a rendering technique for generating an image by tracing the path of light as pixels in an image plane and simulating the effects of its encounters with visual objects. So basically, real world lighting.
Okay, all right. So if I shined a flashlight on my monitor, that would do the same thing you're talking about, right? Because that'd be real lighting.
The light within the video game itself hits
Okay,
an
hang on.
object as if it
sorry,
were
can you explain
actual
to him?
light.
Okay, all right.
Sorry, can you explain
That was
to him very simple
way too
minded?
complicated. That was way too complicated.
Hang on, no, wait, hang on, I got it. PC light game.
Honestly, no. That I also don't understand that.
Okay, yeah.
The light
right,
in
I
the
think
video
the-
game.
Good try, I guess. Good try.
Like,
Okay,
Think about it
I
this
think
way.
he's growing. Oh,
A
I
game-
think he's growing too smart. We need to get rid of him. We need to fix this. He's growing too smart.
He's
No,
growing
I-
too smart. Call him.
Yeah. We can all
I mean-
confirm. Austin's gaining intelligence, and
I
grab
get-
an alarm rate.
I mean, I guess we could just move on, and I'll just still remain ignorant on what ray tracing means. That's fine.
The only
All
other
right.
option is just say PC.
I mean, I get that because PCs are extremely customizable, and you can make them do just about whatever you want.
Right, yeah.
Yep. That's it.
P, a C, then an L, and then G.
Oh, wait. No, and then G. Yeah, totally. Yeah, okay.
Yep.
Thanks for
Crap.
telling me that.
Crap, I think I told him my address.
Now you just take the required screws and you tighten and screw in.
Uh,
So next step, we're going to install the CPU core.
Is he really
In this
using a
case,
Swiss
it's gonna
Army
go on the
knife for
top
all
end
of
the
this?
case.
yes.
I
It
thought
is
that was a joke.
smart.
I really thought he put that out as a joke.
No.
He's serious.
I really genuinely thought the Swiss Army knife was like, haha, kidding.
The transformer and the freaking power supply's probably all wonky now.
Because he's using a magnetic knife.
After this
Yep.
video's over, he's gonna like plug it in and show us the results, right?
I hope so.
Yeah, I really want to see. Like, I really want him to be like, oh look, and now I've installed a operating system and then uploaded a game, and we're gonna play it to show the graphics card and the motherboard and the RAM and the solid state drive.
Well,
You know,
we will
to show you
see.
that it's working. It's a working, functional, personal computer.
Yep.
And we're just going to have the hose hang out for a little while until we install the processor, which is going to come a little later. Always be sure to try to place it in the system first before you install it, because you can see it takes up a lot of space. But in this case, no pun intended, it fits in perfectly, and we're going to start.
What? Hold on.
That's fine. I didn't think of it as a pun.
No, the way that he was looking at it, the holes are at the top.
Well, he's making sure it was aligned from
he
below.
can also turn the PC on its side because everything in there is bolted down.
Yeah, he took the time to screw it all in, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, then I don't
He
know
can
why
just
he's making
turn
his
the
life
PC on the
harder.
side. Yeah, he is. That was the thumbnail, by the way. of
Was what?
him looking at the cooling system.
Oh, fun. Yeah. I gotta say,
That right
I'm
there. That right there
that.
was
Oh,
the
that's a
thumbnail.
great thumbnail. Yeah, that's a great thumbnail. So I do IT work on the side, and to be more specific, I deal with hardware installation.
Mhm.
I have no idea what any of it does or anything. I literally am the guy who's like, I'll unscrew this and screw that in to replace it. I was oh no, I didn't actually tell you about that before the stream. I was talking to somebody else. Yeah. But like the last thing I did with IT was that I replaced a bunch of routers with updated routers where they all made it technically okay. Since you guys are smart, I'll just use the lingo that I don't know what any of it means, but I'll give you the lingo. So I went into a building to replace the AP system,
Okay.
and we literally had to uninstall and reinstall new APs. There was 50 of them, and I don't know what anything I was doing actually meant. All I know is that I unplugged Ethernet cable and plugged it into a new thing, and then screwed that thing into where the old thing was. Because I'm not the tech guy. I'm the hardware guy. I'm the physical labor. I'm going to install this by drilling into a concrete ceiling in order to put this thing there.
Okay,
Yep.
so what
Yeah.
you're saying is that you try to put on the access point, like, and then you have to get a new access point, and then when you try to bring in the Ethernet cable, you try to hook it up. You found that you couldn't hook up to the Ethernet. Is that what you're saying?
No, it was smooth. It was a smooth job. But
That's sorry.
what I'm saying is,
I kind of lost track of you.
He doesn't understand uninstalling and reinstalling new access points.
I didn't uninstall anything. No, that's IT. I took off a mount of an old AP unit and reinstalled a new AP unit. The freaking geeks are the ones that deal with the code.
All right.
They're the ones that make sure it's working. I was told if I plug this thing in, it'll work. There wasn't even any buttons. All I had to do was unplug the old one, plug the new one in, and make sure it stays stable on the ceiling. Okay? And then it works, as far as I'm concerned. It is functional. All right? Someone else deals with all that other crap. But
So
Yeah.
whenever you build your PC, you're gonna have to understand some of the software stuff.
yeah, I mean, I guess. But the point I'm making is I've dealt with hardware, right? And this dude currently is building a PC out of hardware. And instead of, because to be honest, I'm not too gentle with it because it's not that fragile. I'm not saying I throw it around or anything like that. But like, I am clearly aware that you could just turn the thing over because it has hardware, like it has screws. It's either soldered or screwed or bolted or whatever. So you don't have to keep it like when I'm pulling these new AP units out of the box, I'm not thinking, ooh, I've got to be really careful as I turn it to install it and use a screwdriver to drill it into the ceiling. Like I'm not going to drop it. I definitely wouldn't want to drop it because I know that could be dangerous. But like this dude's like, oh, I can't lean my PC over. And that's all I'm saying is someone who deals with hardware, like this dude is being way too like cautious when it comes to installing a cooling unit. Dude, they're freaking fans, okay? You're dealing with a bunch of plastic and fans. You're fine. Turn it over. Everything inside of there, as long as it's installed correctly, not at risk. Just turn the thing on the side, make your life easier.
Yeah, that's basically what I was getting down to as well.
Yeah, because with my last job, I actually had to take a drill and drill new holes out of the plastic frame of the new APs because the old APs had different measurements for how they would screw into the ceiling. So I literally drilled new holes into the new APs in order to get them to hang the same way the old APs were. And that didn't break them. So you're good, dude. Just turn it over.
Screwing it in, and so there's nothing special about this screwing in process. They're just really long screws because they go through the entire frame of the cooler, and they take forever. So next
Not
up,
if you use a
cables.
drill.
Every power supply is going to come with a big bag.
Don't use a drill.
That'd be real
Please.
quick.
It would be, but you would tear things up.
Not if you're good at using drills.
Yes, that's
Even
what your
still.
sister said last night.
I don't have sisters, so you're a liar.
Crap.
I'm not gonna say
Wait.
anything. All right.
Do you mean my half sister? Oh no, because I'm an only child.
Technically,
Yeah, but I have like 5 or 6 siblings, something like that. But
Yeah,
they're
that's
only
what it is.
half. They're half related. They're not full blood related.
Huh.
all right.
Bag
still
of Velcro
applies.
cables.
No, it doesn't.
No,
You said sister. You didn't say half sister.
It's technically at the time you don't even notice. And like, I have a big brother, but we're only half brothers, but he's still my brother.
Oh, so you're okay. You're more loose with your terminology. Got it. Yeah, I'm more
Yeah,
specific.
I'm a lot more liberal with terminology.
Ah, okay. Yep, I get it. Yep, that's good.
It's kind of daunting at
It's our
first. You always have to
classical
find the
liberal.
ones that are going to fit. In this case, you need to match those cables with the correct descriptions on the power supply. Next step is we're connecting the power supply
Oh,
to the
okay. So
motherboard
this
with the
step
24
was
pin cable.
read.
We're just matching that cable from the motherboard, threading it through the back, and attaching the 24-pin header to the power supply so that we can have one of the connections complete. The next few
Yeah.
additions will be
Okay,
for
so
the GPU,
that step was
for
you
any
don't need to
specific
know
ports the
anything,
case
just
has,
read.
for any lighting that the case has, the CPU cooler, anything else really. We're installing the
Anything.
CPU, the heart of the computer or the brain, depending on how you look at it. So to do this, we're just going to remove the
What if I want to install
plastic covering that
mayonnaise?
they put on.
do what?
He said anything. He literally just said anything. He said you need to know all this because you for anything that you want to install. What if I want to install mayonnaise?
Don't.
Do I like exactly? Do I need to know like so that it's not anything, right? It's a finite amount of things that can be installed to this. It's not anything. It's some things. It's things you might want to install. It's select products that you want to place in this. It's specific items that can be attached to it. It is not anything. And I know I'm being a stickler, but I hate when anybody says anything or nothing. It always pisses me off. That is
All
all.
right.
On the
I'm putting
motherboard.
mayonnaise on my computer.
We're just going to take this little plastic.
He told
part
me I
out.
could.
Just toss that out of here. And now we have an.
He literally tossed
Sure.
it.
Make sure all your parts are together. Doesn't matter if they're not necessary once the PC is built. Keep them together.
This thing, we're just gonna throw it away now. Oh, thanks. I'm completely ignorant and don't know what you're talking about. And now you're just telling me, hey, this thing that just isn't connected, just throw it away. I'm like, okay, cool. Yeah, everything not
Well-
connected, just throw it away. Got it.
Well, you've built a PC before, right?
Really looking forward to making my own computer
Well,
and just
Yep.
throwing away anything I didn't properly install.
Well,
Oh, that's
you built
loose.
a PC.
Oh, this RAM. I guess I didn't insert the RAM right. It's a little loose. Let me just chuck
Hold
it
on.
away.
Hold on, Austin. Austin.
Yeah, sorry.
Well, you've built a PC before, right? Or
No.
you've seen other people build PCs?
I've seen I know my brother built a PC. He actually take it apart for a bit and show me. And back during my computer lab during middle school, we did see a PC was built.
Did your brother throw away any parts of his PC that came with it?
Not that I know of.
Okay, cool. Don't ever throw away anything to a PC, especially if it has to do with the motherboard, because if something goes wrong with it, they require you to send everything back to get it fixed, including coverings.
It's
That makes
okay.
sense.
Okay, we also need to send you back the spur that was on it. Well, I cleaned it. Then we can't fix it.
Well, I noticed there was a chip in the center of my board that was a little loose, and so I just plucked it off and threw it away.
We need that chip.
That the card doesn't. The whole thing isn't turning on. Like, if there's a little bit of a loose thing here, yeah, just rip it out, chuck it away. What's your loose and what's my loose? Because I guarantee you, your loose is way weaker than my loose.
Yes, okay, listen here, Austin. I need to check. Do you see any kind of substance on your computer?
I don't have a computer. I have a computer inside of a cardboard box, but it's not assembled in any way.
Okay, right, hang on. Okay, sorry, I was asking the wrong person. Sarek, do you have anything in your computer that resembles a sauce?
No.
Okay, that means you must have. Good, that means it came without it. Because
Yes.
otherwise they would have requested that you brought back the sauce as well.
Though I do have.
Yes, I get it. I definitely get what you're saying. Okay.
I don't think he gets it.
I do
definitely.
have a little Figma.
Oh, Cyrek?
inside of my
No,
PC.
he doesn't get it. No.
Well, if
Cyrek,
you
you're
can-
so stupid.
You
You
can
don't know
probably guess what
anything
kind
about
of Figma-
computers.
You can guess what kind of Figma I have inside my PC because I have a glass.
Why would you have a plant inside of your computer? You freaking loser.
Not Flora. Figma, a Japanese figure, like a model figure.
Oh, yeah, sure. That's a great cover. Yeah, Figma. Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
It's a Greek plant, okay? It's Italian.
Exposed CPU holder, or rather slot, on the motherboard. And we're going to use the CPU applicator. This is a special little part that not everyone may get, but this motherboard that we got from Asus definitely does have. It's called a CPU installation tool. It makes it really useful if you want to install a Core i7 hexa-core CPU. Yeah, we've got one, and it's an 8th generation chip, and it's ready to go.
We've got
and it
one.
supports overclocking. So what having this little installer does for you is it's basically a brace that you can apply right to the CPU and light it
I'm
up with
holding
the
this up.
triangles that you
Yeah,
see
I
on the
have
bottom left
one.
corner.
I
And
see
this
it.
will make it easier for us to apply it to the motherboard and then apply thermal paste and then apply a CPU cooler on top. And we're just going to carefully lean it down into the system and make sure that everything lines up. And we're going to clasp down on it and we'll be good to go.
Oh, I thought you were supposed to throw away the loose parts.
What was he touching?
It's Dick. What do you think?
No, there was something he was touching with the applicator.
I think it was the metal bracket. I don't think it was the actual chip.
I hope it wasn't the
I
actual chip.
hope it
because
wasn't the chip. Yeah, exactly. I hope it was the
because
bracket.
I saw the pins of the chip and I saw him messing with it. I'm like, is he touching the pins with that applicator right now? Because if you do that on the pins, you can bend them very easily. Oh,
I would also imagine if you're going to put any sort of paste on the chip that
You want it
or
to be
on the
outside.
pins. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I can see that. I'm not saying yeah as in like I know. Yeah, I could see that. I'm just saying if he was putting application, my ignorant self is saying if you're going to take the pins that are the connecting point and you're going to put a paste over them, you've now put something between the connectors and they're not going to read each other being there. Like they're not actually making contact. So you would definitely want to put it on some sort of outside thing. And I don't know what I'm talking about. So hopefully I'm
great
smarter than
entertainment.
this guy.
You're a great entertainment.
That's why I'm here.
Listen, Sarek. Listen,
Yep.
I'm glad to know you too. I'm sincerely glad, even though I don't even know who either of you two are.
Oh, it's
Well,
been great so far. You're not
I mean-
leaving, are you?
No.
You're not about to kill yourself, are you? Like you're.
No.
It was great. It was great to know you. What are you talking? Like, dude, the video's
No.
not over
No.
yet.
For the entertainment. For the entertainment.
Oh, I just.
Yeah,
You
for
know.
the entertainment value. Yeah.
I appreciate that, I guess.
Yeah, I'm turning a new leaf as a Taoist, meaning I need to start exploring life. Start exploring what it means to just live life as is.
Yeah, have you noticed my avatar? Yeah, Taoism. I'm totally down.
We got 3 minutes left.
Okay, what happens if you die?
What?
Well, that's too debatable. I'm not necessarily into
According
the
to Taoism, what
reincarnation.
happens when you die?
I guess it technically depends on how you live. I'm not really big into reincarnation.
No, it's not.
I,
It's not reincarnation. What
I,
happens when you die?
you're dead. You cease to exist.
It's so exactly. You reach before you were alive. What were you?
Nothing. You didn't exist.
Exactly. That's all that
Yeah,
happens when you die. You just return to nothing.
right. And that's why Taoism preaches the action through non-action. Let the river flow. It
Yeah.
goes the way it goes. Yeah, exactly.
If you were to die, would you have some grand funeral then end up being buried, or would you just say, "Let me live out"?
If the people around me want to have some sort of a remembrance for me, I would rather them do something like bury me on a hillside and put uh, either a rock or plant a tree seed inside of me versus an actual like let's set this land aside and say nothing can be done with it because just let me return to the earth. But if you want a ceremony, have a ceremony.
See, okay, yeah, you're down with it.
Yeah.
All right.
So we're about to apply thermal paste to the CPU. Every CPU cooler actually comes with a bit of thermal paste already neatly applied in a circle around it, but it's usually not enough. It's good, essentially PC building practice to have a little bit extra and layer it on top of the CPU. The final portion is to add the CPU cooler to
Is
Don't
he
do
right
what
about
he just
that?
did.
Okay, I was about to ask because I was like, I feel like he's wrong here.
No. It is good to add more thermal paste because it definitely
Yeah.
doesn't come with enough. The way that he applied it in little dots is wrong.
Okay. Yeah, like I didn't think that anything he was necessarily saying was improper. I was just like as I was watching him, I was like, I have a feeling this is not right. And I don't know anything. There's something about the pattern that he daubed those 3 daubs. I'm like, I feel like this is wrong.
No, there was a total of 5 daubs in a pentagon.
Yeah. But we only watched him do 3. But yes, exactly. I was like, that is a terrible pattern.
That is
So
not enough.
if that was accurate, then I would be I'd actually be more confused if he was right, to be honest.
No, it's not going to have an even covering.
Okay, good.
So the most even covering that people have found is putting an X across the CPU and then placing your fan down to even it out and spread it.
Yeah, just like when you're laying tile. Exactly.
to the top.
I got a quick
end
question to ask you
of-
guys.
Yeah,
What is the most metal gift you can ever give somebody?
metal GIF.
Yes, the most metal gift.
Oh, gift. Tungsten.
Yeah, I was gonna say something like a slab of iron, like an iron cube.
Okay,
steel
you're both
cube.
wrong.
What?
The most metal gift you could ever give somebody is nothing.
Yeah. Yeah. I can see that. If we're going off of Metalocalypse version of metal. Yeah.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't get it at all.
Metalocalypse is for. I try to get back to Metalocalypse. It's
I wish we finally got the final season that was supposed to come out after the movie and it didn't.
I've seen one clip of Metalocalypse, and it had to do with gilfs, and that's it.
Yeah.
I haven't seen anything else.
We'll watch it one day after we watch Cowboy Bebop.
Okay, yeah. I mean, whatever. Sure.
duck. Just remember, Swiggle Swigscar's taller than a tree. Toki Wartooth on a bumblebee. William Murderface. Pickles the drummer, dilly doo, ding dong, dilly doo. Nathan Explosion.
Yep.
You sound like
that
a
is-
beautiful poet.
Yes. It's beautiful poetry. Okay. So we watched him apply thermal paste improperly. Let's see how.
Let's see how it goes. Let's go. Let's
Yeah,
play.
because he,
Processor.
like you said, he
So
should have
you're
put
going
an
to see that
X like
there are
tiling the
4
floor.
brackets, or rather like
What the heck? Hold
screws in
on.
here.
Move your fucking fingers. What the hell? Do you see that?
I don't see anything.
Nope,
with
don't know what
brackets
you're
and
talking
motors right
about.
here. And they're going to keep the cooler raised off the processor, but it's also going to be close enough to actually physically come in contact with it, like basically keep it cool. Take thumb screws like this and just screw them on. So
What's
now
a
that our
thumb
internals
screw?
are done, we're going to put all the
A thumb screw? So
Yeah.
a thumb screw has grooves along the side of it. That way you're able to grip it and screw it in yourself.
Okay, so you don't want to use a tool to apply a thumb screw.
You can after you've screwed it down to the point where you yourself are able to.
So
And
it's a
then-
screw?
It's a screw and it has grooves along the side of it so that way you can screw it down by hand.
Look, man, I already know how to hand tight something. Are you saying like it should be hand tight? Because like once my mirror broke and I took it to a mechanic and I was like, hey, can you get my mirror to stop like the wind hits it and it makes the mirror slap and against the window? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, sweet. And then I came back like an hour later. He's like, there you go, got it fixed. I hand tighted it. I'm like, wait, hand tight? He's like, yeah. I just hand tight the bolts back down.
You
And
want
then
it to be a
after,
little
like-
bit more than
After
hand
like
tight.
5 minutes of driving, the mirror did exactly the thing I was complaining about. And I'm like, you didn't fix it at all. What a waste of my time and money.
So next time, whenever you have all your parts, let me know. I'll make a trip to your house.
No, I already know a guy. He's
Okay.
Yeah, you know Bear Thing. Yeah, Bear Thing. He's actually he went to college to be a computer engineer or something like that. Like he's all about making PCs and doing tech support and everything. Where he goes to the locations to mess with your. So he knows how to build computers. Everything I have is basically because of him. And yeah, that's why I've only had to spend $50 to build my PC, and then he's gonna assemble it. I don't need to assemble
As soon
it.
as he gets back.
Right? Yeah. From Yemen.
Yep. Wolf
gonna
is
be a
probably
while.
lost on Bear Thing right now.
Wolf's not even here.
No, I'm still here.
Oh, I meant metaphysically.
Oh. Oh, well, fuck you too.
panels back on, which is the top glass, side glass, front glass, and of course the back panel where all of this fun stuff is happening. So we fully built the PC, everything's put together, and we got to the post screen. So what's next? Well, you need a USB flash drive with your Windows installation media on it, and of course a license key. So I plugged that up, installed Windows in a couple of minutes.
Okay, so he actually has it hooked up and it's working and he can see the visuals.
Are you sure?
I hope so.
Are you sure that's the same computer, or is there a computer below the desk?
No, he's
Oh,
not
God.
wrong. He's not wrong.
I mean,
I
the
mean,
lights
it's
are on. Yeah. Okay.
And his
What's the
wire's
thing
coming
with
out
the
GPU?
What's the thing with the thumb drive? I thought it was you put a CD into it.
No, they've moved on to USBs. You had to find you have to have somebody with a PC and Microsoft on a USB to install it now.
Wait, so I can't just go to the store and buy the operating system I want?
I mean, you can if you put a CD drive into your PC.
Oh, well, why wouldn't you want a CD drive?
I don't have one.
Well, why wouldn't you want a CD
I'm
drive?
trying to find one that has Blu-ray.
How are you supposed to play Command and Conquer without a CD drive?
Command and Conquer is on the internet. I can just download it.
Well, why would I do that when I have a disc copy of it?
I mean, you can do that if you get a CD drive.
Yeah, I have a lot of PC games that I have from my childhood that I don't have a PC to play them on, so I'm really looking forward to playing them. So why would I not include a CD drive? Why would I don't want to repurchase these games. I own them.
Yeah, and you got to make sure that your license key for them actually works.
Why wouldn't
The
it?
ones
I
that-
have the license
ones-
key.
Yeah, the ones that actually require one. Because
Yeah,
once it's used on a PC, it's done and over with. You can't use it again.
So you're telling me that these copies I've been holding on to for all these years because I installed them on a PC that is 20 years old, I can't use them anymore?
Possibly. But it's easy to get a new license key.
Dude, F that crap. I bought the game. I still have them. They're my
Uh-huh.
games.
But do they connect to the internet? That's the important thing.
Yeah? All of them do.
Then you need a product key.
I have it on the box.
You might be able to get away with it. We'll see. We'll see whenever your PC gets built.
So the only reason I'm building a PC is to play my old games.
We will see.
Because do you realize how long it's been since I've played my old PC games? It's been almost 20 years. I'm ready to play them again. It's been a long time. I'm ready to have a nostalgia fest.
We'll see if the product keys still work.
They freaking better. I paid for the games.
Yeah,
They weren't cheap.
I bet. Because
I mean, they're cheaper
you
than
bought 'em
console
whenever-
games. They're only like $40 a piece at the time. Console games, were like 50, 60 at the time. Now they're like 70. Console games have gotten more expensive. And they told us, I even remember reading articles in magazines. I think it was either PC Gamer or Xbox Magazine. They did a whole article about where the cost of games comes from, and the majority of cost came to printing physical discs. And now we've moved into a day and age where it's like, yeah, we're just going to not sell you discs and you can just download the whole game. And they're like, by the way, we're upping the price. I'm like, wait, but the thing I read about why they cost this much is because of the physical disc, and now you're not selling the disc and you're charging me more. Doesn't add up.
Yeah, it doesn't, but that's how things go.
Well, it's stupid, and that's why I don't buy video games anymore.
There's some good ones that you can get on sale.
Yeah, I refuse to spend more than $20 on a video game. That's why I still have not owned Overwatch.
Overwatch is free.
No, it's not.
It is.
Since when?
Since launch.
No, Overwatch, you have to buy the retail version of the game. The only time it's been $20 was sometime last year, and my friends told me, hey, it's on sale for $20. And then I loaded up the thing, and it turned out it expired the day that I went to buy it because they were late to telling me that it was on sale. No, you have to pay full price for Overwatch.
Oh, he's right. He's right.
Oh. Then how did I get it for free? From battle.net.
Oh.
Interesting.
Yeah. The only reason I own a PlayStation is because all of my friends said you're going to play Overwatch with us. And I was like, I'm not buying a PlayStation and I'm not buying the game because it's too expensive for such a simple game. Like there's not enough stuff in it. And they're like, okay. And they bought me a PlayStation and they're like, now just buy the game. And I was like, when it's $20. And then after like 4 years and a whole new console generation came out, they were like, hey, look, it's $20 now. You can buy it. And I'm like, sweet. And I go to buy it and I'm like, oh, it's not on sale anymore. I'm not buying it. I refuse to spend more than $20 on a video game.
Understandable. Valheim is $20 whenever you get your PC built.
Yes, that seems like an awesome game to get. Yeah, I've heard really good things about that.
And then you and I can play it.
Yeah, and then Tabletop Simulator.
Yes, which is
Free.
Oh, I thought it was like $10.
no, Tabletop Simulator is a few dollars.
Yeah, it's like $10 or
workshop.
less.
Oh,
Workshop
it's
stuff
actually
is
$20
free.
bucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, exactly. It's a reasonable price for a video game.
Yep. So let's see how he puts Windows
Yeah,
on
let's
this PC.
yeah. Sorry for derailing.
Installed a bunch of drivers, and now we have a fully functioning gaming
Installed a
PC
bunch of
ready to run some
drivers.
games. Right now, I've got Armor 3 running.
I don't
running at
see any
maximum
taxis
settings,
around.
Native resolution.
He's got
Well,
what
was
running?
he? It looks like he's
Right now,
running
I've got
Ace
Armor 3
Combat.
running.
He's Arma 3.
Oh, it's Armor 3.
Yeah.
That's
Arma
fun.
3.
Running
I
at
like
the
that game.
maximum settings, native resolution, which is 1080p HD, and it's running pretty smoothly. Like I'm averaging 70 and 80 FPS, and this is
You can
normally
play
like
planes
a
in
very
Arma?
intensive game to run, and it's still doing a pretty good job. So right now I'm playing League of Legends. It's one of my favorite games. I'm actually
God,
playing
that's-
against a bot.
Oh my
Of
god, you can
course
tell
it
he's
is.
not playing.
I'm playing League of Legends. The way that he's talking, I'm like, you're not playing video games. You're giving a speech with a video game running.
Hold on. Let's. So apparently he's playing Leona.
And I'm distracted, so I'm not actually doing so well.
Okay,
But
yeah, fair.
otherwise, like this
no,
is
you're not even
pretty much
playing.
what you would
No,
see
he's
me
playing
do on a gaming
Yasuo.
computer. Test stuff out, and hopefully have really high frame rates like
The
I am
thing
right
is, he's
now.
not even
I'm
playing.
averaging 120
Yeah.
FPS, and that's only because I've actually
look, the
locked
inputs
the
aren't
game
matching up
to
with
that
what he's
frame
pressing.
rate because I can get around 300 FPS playing League on maximum settings, which is a little bit absurd, and you don't really need that, so I locked it. Building a gaming desktop.
Yeah, no, hold on. He was clicking faster than the mouse was actually moving.
Wait, no, that's not all. He was like pressing one key the entire time, yet the character's
Q.
moving in all sorts of directions.
He was pressing Q.
Oh, okay. Okay, that makes sense. I thought it was W, but I'm not that familiar with
Okay, so he wasn't even
keyboards.
pressing the key for up.
He was definitely doing a lot of clicking the mouse and pushing a single button. Is that how League of Legends is played? Is it
Yeah.
is it literally just two buttons?
For some characters, it's only one button. Like Karthus, you just press R.
Well, you still want to click, right? Because clicking is telling your character to go somewhere. So you do want to use the mouse and a button. So he is
Yeah.
playing right.
No,
It's a
no.
2-button game.
The way that the mouse was doesn't match up to what was going on screen. And also pressing Q constantly, even on cooldown, doesn't do anything.
Okay, so he's showing us that this PC successfully runs video
Yeah.
at high frame rate.
Yep.
That he had to cap because it was such high frame rate to play these videos.
You shouldn't have to cap any kind of frame rate.
Well, okay. Speaking from ignorance here, there are some games that you do have to cap the frame rate at, because if we're talking about old games, their timing was
their
ran
timing
off
and all
of
of
frame
their-
rate.
Yeah.
So you could load up an old game of like Oregon Trail, and if you're running the original game on new hardware, you die instantly because the frame rate is way quicker than what the game is supposed to be ran at based on the original hardware. So you actually have to cap it at what the original hardware frame rate was to play it proper.
Yeah. Same goes with Star Wars Jedi Dark Forces.
Yes. 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 Great game, by the way.
You have
Republic
to cap it at
Republic
you have it at, I
Commando is also really, really good. It's essentially the sequel, but it's technically a
20.
prequel. Okay. 20 FPS? Yeah, that sounds right. But like there's a few games that I used to play back in the day that you had to, before you loaded them up, and this is back on Windows XP, before you booted them up, you had to cap your frame rate. Otherwise, you would be like, start game, and then just immediately lose because you ran out of resources.
Well, with Star Wars Dark Forces, you had to cap the frame rate. Otherwise, you're just moving at lightning speed and you can't keep up with what's going on.
Oh, so you're just not a pro gamer.
No, I enjoy seeing the environment that I am in and knowing where the enemies are.
Get good.
How about no? Anyways, let's finish this video.
Has been a great experience. I'm able to max out a lot of my favorite titles, and I'll be able to play a lot of upcoming titles like Battlefield 5 and Cyberpunk 2077.
This is
without
totally
worrying too much about
sponsored.
the part size.
Oh my god, 2077.
Yeah, in 2018. Yeah, exactly. This game was announced years ago.
Yeah,
It just turns out that it was really buggy and crappy and not what they said. But I get what he's saying of being like, hey, you got to be prepared for this new game that's supposed to be coming out soon.
Yeah, but oh god, if only
this game-
he knew.
Yeah, if only he knew at this time. Yeah, no, nobody knew though. Come on. But it is really funny how much he's mentioned Battlefield 5 because I'm starting to think that he's also sponsored by EA.
Yeah.
Like,
You
you've mentioned this game a lot.
Do what?
You're just calling this video here. Let's be honest, he probably has nothing really substantial to say in the last 30 seconds.
Well,
I mean,
we got to
like
see if he's going to support his Patreon, right?
It's The Verge. They're sponsored by Vox, or they're owned by Vox.
They don't have a Patreon? I'm really surprised.
I have. When ray tracing GPUs come out, for example, I'll be able to upgrade without having to buy a completely new system. And if I have a problem
What about
down the line,
4K?
I can always just swap out a part and
It
have it
already has
serviced
4K.
rather than losing my
Oh,
whole
okay.
computer. And of course, now we also have a computer to test and benchmark games here at The Verge.
Presented by Capital One.
All right, that's
Wait,
it.
what about post credits? What's the post credit scene? Nothing. It's just credits, right?
I hope so.
This is a
Thanks
lot
for
of
watching.
nothing.
Let me know if you've built a computer before yourself or how you would spend $2,000 on your own build. I'm really interested in seeing what sort of parts you guys would get. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to The Verge if you haven't already.
Dude, wasn't that actually a great questionnaire? So, have you built your own computer before, Cyrac?
Yeah, I have.
Okay, good. Have you built your own computer before, Wise Wolf?
No.
Okay.
No, but even
How
I
would
know he did
you,
it wrong.
Cyrac? How would you spend $2,000 to make a computer?
If my motherboard supports 4,000 megahertz for the RAM, I get RAM that goes up to 4,000 megahertz.
Oh, so you would take advantage of the money you've spent to have an efficient system running at the peak of its ability?
Yeah, and sometimes the 4,000.
Sounds like a waste of money, loser. Wise Wolf, how would you spend $2,000
Yes,
on a computer?
I'll make the most efficient computer possible.
And then have some money left over?
Yes, that way I can actually use it on something worthwhile, such as getting games, or better yet, just put it in the bank and then wait just in case of emergencies, or have that spare in case I need to fix something.
That's reasonable. Yeah, well, good job, guys. Great to
What
answer
about
his.
you, Austin?
If I was, I have not built my own computer.
No. The $2,000.
Okay, I would first buy a table that's pure wood, and then wire ties. I'd go to Baskin Robbins.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna stop right there because that sounds way too complicated. If you want experience, I always ask someone that has experience with building computers. Like, hey, my brother, I can just ask him, hey, how do you build a PC? And they're gonna ask him, and then I know, and it's more time. That's less time I spend having to follow this 9 instructions with a guy that spent over $2,000 on some of the most unneeded stuff and managed to build a computer wrong. You know, it's like, oh, I bought 2 hard drivers. Why not just get the one to maximize efficiency?
Yeah. I guess my TLDR would be that I'd spend about $50 on a computer, and then I'd have plenty of money left over to do better things with.
Yeah, if I had to build a computer with only $2,000 to spare, first I ask somebody, hey, do you know any cheap parts I can get? And then I find the most efficient way in order to maximize them. Make the most of what little there's available.
Yeah, because you know how I did it? is I literally just talked to my friends and I was like, hey, I'm thinking about getting a computer. And then one of my friends was like, yeah, I'm actually upgrading my computer. Do you want all of my old parts? And I was like, yes.
I mean, hell, even my brother's offered to build me a computer.
Yeah, exactly. And so it's like, okay, so I've got to spend about $50 to $200 if I really want to get fancy with it. $200, and then I've got a computer.
Yeah,
And everything else was free because the people who are really into PCs really like to build computers and upgrade. And I'm just like, I just need a computer. And then the person upgrading is like, oh, well, I'm not going to need these parts anymore. Take it. And now I have a computer.
As soon as I can upgrade my CPU, do you have one?
What?
Do you have a
What?
CPU?
I don't know what that means.
A little chip.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. I got a lot of little chips.
Oh god.
Okay, listen.
I eat them regularly.
Sorry, I think we've established Austin's very IQ.
Yes.
For seems he's knowledgeable about some things, but on others he's kind of a dummy on. I could be honest.
Yeah, he's an octopus. He has tentacles and everything.
Oh, you remembered. That's so sweet of you.
But he knows just enough to get by.
Wait,
Yep, very
at least
intentional life choice.
At least he doesn't need a book to know how to breathe. That's all that matters.
Yes.
Yeah, I already read it.
But that's it for the video. Austin has the Bear Thing Show and Wise Wolf's channels are both in the description. Check them out.
Wait, I want to pitch my own channel, jerk.
Nobody remembers the Spanish Inquisition. Hello, Proton, as you show up at the very end.
No, we all remember the Spanish. No one expects the Spanish Inquisition. Exactly. Wolf knows what I'm referencing.
I'm pretty sure everybody knows what you're referencing. And actually,
go ahead. Sorry.
If you don't mind, I actually like for self-promoting as well. It's currently Sunday. Right. On Sundays at least 10 a.m. EST, I run a Star Wars Edge of the Empire campaign over on Netflix Champions channel. So please go check it out.
I will get Neff's channel and put it in the description as well.
Is that the one? Is that the tabletop version?
No, it's the hyper advanced supercomputer version.
Oh, you lost me on that. Okay, never mind.
Yes, it's a tabletop version.
Okay, because I all right. The one where like the first mission is that you have to go hack some computers and get the canisters, and getting the crates pisses off your teammates. That one where you can play as either like a Jedi or like the rogue guy or the sniper.
Yeah, that's essentially Edge of the Empire, where the force powers are broken beyond belief.
Yeah, it's tabletop, right? Where like the DM basically is just playing the Empire and has like a select few cards or stuff that he can use at the beginning, right? And then as the campaign goes on.
I mean, in my case, I immediately started off by trying to kill my players.
Well, of course, that's your job.
No, I mean, quite literally, the player session study ridiculous. Okay, here's 4 clone assassins.
Oh, okay. I think that's different than the game I've played.
Like, no joke, like around like the 4th session, I made my player hard. I made one of my players pretty dang hard. Chopped off her leg and blinded her.
Okay, yeah, you're talking about a different game than what I'm thinking of. Okay, yeah.
And then I also and then once more, I put them in my minefield. If one of them went off, it would have been a very pretty display of guts.
Yeah, that sounds good, man. That sounds really fun.
I am. I kind of have a trademark where I'm a bit of a highly lethality GM.
Yeah, me too. Sadly.
It's not my fault. Somebody just needs to die sometimes.
Yeah, see, I always say it's not my fault. It's the player's fault that I'm so deadly.
Listen, technically it's always the player's fault.
Exactly, because I'm just like, here's the scenario, and they do something stupid, and I'm like, well, here's the consequences of doing stupid stuff, and they're like, you play too hard of a campaign. And I'm like, no, you chose this.
Like, listen, at this point, I just like remember everything that's happening now is of your own decisions and consequences. If I decide to grenade spam you, deal with it.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty extreme.
Also,
That's pretty
also,
extreme.
if I can find Paranoia on Tabletop Simulator, whenever you have your PC built, do you want to play it there?
Oh, dude, for sure, definitely. I ran it again, and it actually was really relaxing. As playing as the computer, because the players for some reason kind of just like work together. But the thing is, post game, whenever I was like, so what'd you guys think? They were all like, that was the most stressful thing I ever did. And I was like, none of you even died. Like you all made it through so easily, and you're all working together. And like, this is the most stressful tabletop game I've ever played. And I was like, I ran it with my cousins, and they all died up till their last clone. Like, they had a way more stressful time. And then, so I was really confused. Because I did a trial campaign to just like get into the mindset of how to play it. And then whenever I added more people to it to do it with what would be my regular group, I was like, okay, I'm going to tone it down slightly. And so I did. I toned it down slightly, just barely, and ran them through the ringer. And they got to the end of it. Nobody died. I think one person did die because they became treasonous because of their actions and because of their teammates pointing out that they were treasonous. But then it was all done and the mission was successful. And I was like, great, I look forward to the next mission. And then we all went out to, like smoke a cigarette and everything before I went home. And they were like, this was the most terrifying thing I've ever played. I'm like, I don't understand because I've definitely seen worse.
But, hey, I have a suggestion for both of you. Try your running Godlike or Wild Talents and getting used to the one roll engine. I would recommend you start with Godlike, though, because while Wild Talents does improve on a lot of the faults of Godlike, honestly, Godlike is still playable.
For what system?
Godlike uses the one roll engine, where instead of using various different types of dicahedrons, you just use one. Guess which one it is?
D10.
Jeez,
Yes,
I was gonna-
D10s.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, cool. Paranoia is just D6s.
I actually have the core rulebook on my computer. If you want, I can send you the PDF and you can read it over. Warning, it will seem very confusing and unintelligible because it's kind of, you have to play it to understand it at the same time.
That's kind of like World of Darkness. World of Darkness runs on a D10 system and only uses D10s as well.
And
at least the older versions.
The thing is, though, the one roll engine's been around since 2001, and it's gone through like several different types of games at this point. And it still works, even if you look back at the early stages of the one roll engine, it still worked.
Well, World of Darkness used the one roll engine back in the 90s with the second edition of World of Darkness, Enter the Masquerade, Vampire the Masquerade.
All of that sounds really cool, but I need to go to bed, so I'm going to pitch my channel. So you should definitely check out the Bear Thing Show. We upload every Thursday, and then occasionally, sporadically throughout the week, but it won't be the main content of the show. It'll just be like other really random side projects, usually just playing video games or stuff. Last video we uploaded was talking about human zoos or people zoos, which was a practice that started in France in the early 1800s, I believe, and then was finally completely outlawed in the 1950s globally. And we go over the history of that and what all entailed, and boy, is it crazy. But then coming up this Thursday is going to be a questionnaire where I ask my co-host basically about how white he is. And we'll figure out how white he is by the end of it. There you go. That's the Bear Thing show.
That the questionnaire is based on what the
Oh,
Smithsonian
it's the
put out.
It's the Black History Museum branch of the Smithsonian. Yeah, which they recently redacted. I think the 20th of this month. No, the 20th of last month. Sorry, they actually redacted and removed it and deleted it from all of their websites and took the thing down and said that it was a huge mistake and they apologized because of how racist it was.
But yeah, I'll send you both the Wikipedia article on the One Roll engine because it is actually uniquely developed for Godlike.
Okay, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I'm totally. I like learning new tabletop games because I started with D&D 5e, and as it's gone on, I'm like, I think there's better stuff out there than 5e.
Honestly, I got like here. Like, let me check what I have in my folders because I actually have one. Okay,
I would love to stick around, but I really do have to go. I have a long car ride in the morning, so I'm gonna have to call it a night. But it has been a lot of fun. I look forward to doing this again, and I hope you all have a beautiful evening.
Thanks.
You as well.
I got game to run in the morning, so I need all the sleep I can get.
Yep, and I got a game to be a part of as well. So I will see y'all later.
Bye.
Bye.